I think Jade Cargill could well be returning at Elimination Chamber. Bron Breakker's WrestleMania plans are starting to become a little bit more clear. Oh, and I'm sick of Logan Paul. I'm Ben Allison, you're watching Allison Analysis, and here are my 5 key findings from last night's Raw. In at number 5, that Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins promo was so necessary. It's absolutely wild that despite all the brand crossovers, these two haven't spoken to each other on screen since before last year's WrestleMania. I mean, Seth Rollins got hurt helping Cody Rhodes defeat The Rock and Roman Reigns. I mean, he basically sacrificed his own title for Cody Rhodes. And of course, since then, Seth Rollins has even teamed with Roman Reigns, which, to be honest, I was massively surprised that Seth Rollins didn't really have much of an issue with at the time. But if Cody Rhodes gave his soul to The Rock, well, that would basically be an absolute slap in the face to Seth Rollins. It would feel like everything he did, everything he sacrificed last year would be for absolutely nothing. So I'm so glad last night they acknowledged this, and undoubtedly the week after, the show after that Rock promo happened, Seth Rollins was definitely the right choice. And at first I was a little bit confused why Cody Rhodes was suddenly showing up on Raw. After all, the transfer window is open. And to be honest, I kind of still do feel that way. But at least it was for Seth Rollins. That was blatantly the purpose with it, and it does make sense. And I also did love how Cody Rhodes brought up Seth Rollins' past as well, about how Seth Rollins has so many demons, he betrayed the Shield, he's done so many awful things, so how on earth can he tell Cody to not do something? And I've kind of felt like over the last year, not enough people have brought that up about Seth Rollins, because he's kind of acting like the social justice warrior now almost on Monday Night Raw, yet he's done so many bad things before as well. In at number 4, please don't give us Seth Rollins versus CM Punk at WrestleMania. Now, don't get me wrong, the promo last night was fun, and CM Punk absolutely destroyed Logan Paul on the mic. It was an enjoyable segment, but I do not want to see this be a match at WrestleMania. But the thing is, they've had quite a few segments together now, and they've also mentioned each other as well quite a bit. So I am starting to get just a little bit worried. Now, on a B pay-per-view such as a Backlash, I wouldn't mind seeing it. But WrestleMania, well, CM Punk is involved in so many different storylines right now that out of all the options that you could give him for WrestleMania, well, Logan Paul would probably be the worst. And admittedly, I am predicting it's going to be Logan Paul versus John Cena, which is just as bad considering it's Cena's last ever WrestleMania. But, I mean, CM Punk has so many other options, doesn't he? In at number 3, are we going to see Bron Breakker versus AJ Styles versus Finn Balor at WrestleMania? I know I'm talking about Mania a lot today, but after all, it is WrestleMania season. But I am absolutely certain in some capacity they are going to have Bron Breakker on that WrestleMania card. They are building him up to be the next face of the company eventually, so they'll want him to be on these WrestleManias, these SummerSlams, all of the stuff like that. But the question is, what is he going to do at Mania? At first, I predicted it was going to be Sheamus, then the Sheamus match happened. Then I predicted it was going to be AJ Styles, and perhaps that still could happen. But equally, they could now do a triple threat match with Finn Balor as well. But tomorrow on this YouTube channel, I'm going to be uploading my predictions for WrestleMania once again, the predicted card, an updated version of my previous predictions. And in it, I really can't figure out anywhere to fit in the likes of Penta, Ludwig Kaiser, Sheamus, etc. So what if they did a 6-man ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship? I'd love to see it, but the issue is I already think they're going to be doing a ladder match, and that's for the 4-way tag team title feud over on SmackDown. I mean, they've been building that for months and months now. I mean, surely it's going to conclude at WrestleMania, and surely it's going to be in a ladder match. I mean, maybe they do just do a fatal 4-way tag match, I guess. What do you guys think? Let me know your predictions in the comments down below. But before we do get into my top 2 key findings, if you guys could leave a like and subscribe on this video, that would be massively appreciated. Here at Wrestling Republic, we create between 5 to 10 free videos every single week, and in addition to that, we have a live daily stream every single day at 8 PM UK, 5 PM Eastern in America, so not 5 PM Eastern, 3 PM Eastern in America, I should say, and 12 PM Pacific in America. You'd think after reading out these timings so often, I'd actually know it off by heart by now, but For some reason, I'm still getting it wrong. But thank you guys, and I hope you're enjoying this video. In at number 2, Bianca Belair and Naomi versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez was an early tag team match of the year contender. I mean, this match was so incredible, it deserves a point of its own. Seriously, it stole the show on Raw and was undoubtedly a worthy main event, and the crowd was so into it as well. I mean, the Women's Tag Team Championships have been on absolute fire for the past 12 months, and Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi all deserve massive credit for that. I mean, like 12 months ago, people were talking about getting rid of the Women's Tag Team Championships, and I remember I went on a rant at the time saying, why on earth would you punish the women's division for just incompetent booking? But thankfully, they improved the booking and the match quality as well. Bianca Belair and Jade absolutely killed it, and Naomi, since stepping in, has done the same as well, and this match was no different. Now, hopefully, Liv and Raquel can continue this momentum as tag team champions, and the question kind of leads from here to, what is the plan going to be for them at WrestleMania? Surely they've got to find a place for them on that card. Perhaps it'll be Io Sky and Kairi Sane, because they're another two names you need to get on this WrestleMania card. Mania this year is just so unpredictable, which is a huge positive because it's fantastic to watch, but creating prediction videos, it is an absolute headache for. And in at number 1, could Jade Cargill return at Elimination Chamber to screw Bianca Belair or Naomi? The fact that Belair and Naomi lost the tag team championships last night, well, it is absolutely fascinating and does make me believe that we could well be seeing a return of Jade Cargill at the Chamber. Perhaps it could happen in the Chamber match itself, or perhaps Jade Cargill will take one of them out before the match. Maybe she found a tape or just remembers that Naomi took her out, for example, or something like that, and then Naomi gets taken out pre-match, and then that would open a space for a surprise entrant, potentially even Becky Lynch. The thing is, I really have no idea what the plan is going to be for Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. So Becky Lynch potentially returning in this match and winning it? Well, I don't think it's out of the question. But I really do hope that Jade Cargill returns by attacking the person she believes attacked her, because that would be a fantastic WrestleMania feud, whether it is Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair or Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Either one, they'd be a banger. A lot of possibilities, but I certainly think Saturday is going to be one to keep an eye on for Jade Cargill. But that's enough about my 5 key findings. Let's get into the pros and cons, and as always, let's start with the positives first. CM Punk's part of the opening promo was a lot of fun. It was an enjoyable start to the show, and seeing Logan Paul get absolutely roasted was undoubtedly enjoyable to watch. But something else which was enjoyable to watch was the triple threat. Pete Dunne, Ludwig Kaiser, and Penta. It was chaotic and it was brilliant. The LWO versus the New Day was a lot of fun as well, and takes us one step closer to the inevitable New Day versus Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio match. Gunther and Akira's segment was one which I absolutely did not expect, but another one which was enjoyable. And yes, this was meant to be a little bit of a joke, and yes, it made Gunther look good. But even in defeat, even kind of in humiliating defeat, Akira Tozawa looked great. And as expected, Lyra Valkyria versus Dakota Kai was a fantastic Intercontinental Championship match, which quite frankly deserved a little bit more time. Dirty Dom versus Bron Breakker wasn't anything too special, but got us one step closer to presumably Bron Breakker versus Finn Balor. And then Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins promo. What else would you expect? It was fantastic. And talking about fantastic, in fact, I'll go one up from fantastic. Talk about an absolute certified banger of a bout. We had the main event, the Tag Team Championships, Bianca Belair and Naomi against Liv and Raquel. That was tremendous. And as for the cons, there was only one, and that one was Logan Paul's part of the opening promo. But again, CM Punk made fun of him, so I didn't mind it. So you know what? Overall, this episode of Monday Night Raw can take my money. It deserves it. An absolute blast once again. But this does continue the theme. Every week right now, Raw is a banger and SmackDown is just mid. It basically just puts you to sleep, doesn't it? I feel bad for the USA Network. They paid $1.4 billion for basically a show to put people to sleep. Please come get the old SmackDown back. Let's put some more thought into SmackDown, because with the roster they have, they could be doing a lot better. But that does bring us to the end of today's episode, guys. I hope you did enjoy, and if you did, please leave a comment down below and like and subscribe. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace!